Welcome back. In today's story, I will be highlighting a social media trend that has been transforming into a movement. You remember that show, To Catch a Predator? Or maybe you remember that phrase, I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC. Some of you may, others may not. In the last few years, several groups have started internet campaigns to lure, locate, and then confront alleged predators targeting underage children. Throughout the United States, this movement continues to gain speed with multiple groups in various parts of the country. For the sake of this story and those to come regarding this topic, I will be shining the light on one specific group, Predator Poachers USA. One simple Google search will reveal a massive amount of stories related to this group, also called the Gordon Flowers Movement. This group was started by a man named Alex Rosen. I began to watch the videos on YouTube over the last few years. I became intrigued in their work and videos. I was honestly amazed at first at just how well Alex did when confronting these individuals. Imagine yourself sitting or standing across from an individual who had an intent to harm a child under the age of 18. Could you control yourself? Could you keep cool? Well, personally, I don't think I would be able to do that, but Alex makes it look easy. Honestly, I'm overwhelmed at just the sheer amount of these people that exist. It's amazing to me that predator poachers can make a trip, confront 20 plus alleged predators, and then have another trip lined up before they even make it home. Based out of Houston, Texas, the team travels the country as far as Hawaii and even have international confrontations in Canada. The intent of these confrontations is to obtain a video confessional, if you will. Once this confession is obtained, the group then proceeds to call the local law enforcement agency to turn in the evidence and hope for an arrest. The team currently have arrests in 40 plus states across the United States. I recently was very fortunate and granted an opportunity to speak with Alex and ask him a few questions. All right, I'm here with Alex Rosen, and I have a couple of questions for Alex. He's been so gracious to join me to answer these. And so, Alex, the first question I have for you is, when did you decide this is what you wanted to do?
Well, I've always wanted to be a police officer from a very young age, but I couldn't at 19 years old, so I was playing college football my freshman year at Texas Southern, and we finally had 3 weeks off going into summer, and I started binging these To Catch a Predator style videos, and it was very intriguing to me because, one, I thought some of them were exaggerated because, I never knew any pedophiles growing up, and I just had no idea that this was even an issue. I just thought it was something you just hear about but never experience. So I decided it looked interesting. I decided to go try this, and within 30 minutes, somebody wanted to go meet who they thought was a 15-year-old boy.
Wow.
And there was always that hunger to go catch the bad guys. It wasn't specifically sex offenders or, pedophiles, predators, but there was always that want to catch the bad guys. And, doing this for maybe 10 bucks, it just opened my eyes that this is the biggest problem that nobody talks about. And now it's a pointed passion specifically at sexual criminals towards children that we want to really get taken care of.
Absolutely. So how did it feel during your first real confrontation? How were your nerves?
Oh, man. Well, it was definitely, I was very nervous. You could even say I was homophobic because I was scared of a gay person. If you want to put it like that. But yeah, I couldn't even, my very first one, I didn't even want to approach him. Like, I just basically got his license plate and screamed, "You're a pedo," and just ran off. But, the first one where we actually got the chance to talk to him for like 20 minutes, I didn't really know how to interview for crap, and it was just an exhilarating experience. Like the first year was probably just running on straight adrenaline and anxiety. It was crazy.
So I've obviously watched a lot of your catches, especially in the last few years. But in your opinion, what was your absolute worst catch yet?
Ooh, man. Well, when it comes to the amount of victims, I think, and I could be totally wrong because a lot of them lie. Some tell the truth more than others. So we just don't know who would. We just don't. We don't have like a. We don't have a set in stone who is the sickest on the scale, but the sickest mind is probably an individual in Clayton Tanner in Cheyenne, Wyoming, who wanted to literally cut a 1-year-old open and suck their blood. I mean, he was into infants, all of that stuff. And the person who I think the person who I think has the most victims is probably an individual named Newell Vandergrift from Winona, Texas. He's currently sitting in jail right now, and because he ran a foster home for children, and unfortunately, terrible things happened.
Wow. Unbelievable. So my next question is about the police, and I think it's funny that you bring up that you wanted to be a law enforcement officer, but how frustrating is it when you put in all this work and all this effort, law enforcement shows up and they don't do anything?
Well, fortunately that feeling is definitely a more rare occurrence now than it was, say, even 3 years ago. But it's definitely very frustrating when a cop has everything handed to them on a silver platter and a DA does, and they decide to not pursue it. I mean, that's definitely baffling because we feel with like over 99% of our busts that there's enough for an arrest on something.
Agreed. So I think you've talked about this a lot in some of your videos, but which states do you feel like prevent the biggest barriers for this movement?
Well, it depends. Like, I'd say it's down to counties that really don't like us, but states, it's not really. States, I'm going to say it's not the cops in those states or the DAs or whatever. It's more of just. It's more of just the state laws. But I think Nebraska, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Kentucky. Basically, there's a few states. I think there's 7, if I remember correctly, where it explicitly states it has to be a law enforcement officer in order to. It has to be a law enforcement officer posing as the kid or a real kid in order for it to be a charge. So we have to go other routes to get those predators arrested, such as like confirming they have child porn, stuff like that. But that's probably our biggest thing.
Yeah, and I remember Tennessee was an issue here recently as well.
Right.
All right, and the last question that I have for you is, what is one message that you want to share with those that subscribe, those that are your fans, and support what you do?
Well, what we do isn't possible without you guys doing what you guys do, which is just supporting us and sharing our videos, throwing us a few dollars each month. I mean, it really means the world to us. And I hope you guys see what your money goes to. I hope you guys see that I live in squalor, but we end up going all across the country getting pedophiles busted. And it's definitely on purpose. Like, I definitely don't spend a lot on me or my surroundings, but we definitely spend a lot on getting pedophiles arrested, so we appreciate it.
Thank you, Alex. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you guys.
In the future, my goal is to shed light on the various police, sheriff office, judicial systems, and states that provide both excellent and positive experiences, as well as those that completely and utterly fail. It's extremely important to the community, citizens, and everyone that we have transparency in government. This allows us to hold our government officials accountable for their actions. I believe in transparency, and that is exactly what we will be highlighting. I thought it would be nice to have Alex just do a round of some rapid fire questions. This was a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoy. So we had so much fun with those last questions. I thought it was a good idea to do like a rapid fire with Alex here. And so we're going to go through some rapid fire questions here just to finish up this. So Alex, what's your favorite jam that you listen to while traveling between catches?
Oh my gosh, that changes very, very often. But I'd say my favorite right now would probably be Mr. Blue Sky by Electric Light Orchestra, or Sucker Train Blues by Velvet Revolver.
Excellent. Which, you talk a lot about chocolate cake, but which food is truly your guilty pleasure?
Oh man, gosh, well, favorite food is definitely a steak from Leona General Store in Leona, Texas. But guilty pleasure food, I am a sucker for chocolate pie.
Nice. Favorite movie?
Oh gosh, I don't even know. I don't really watch too much movies. If I had to, oh man,
Probably hard to.
yeah, I'd say I think the movie I most enjoyed at the time is probably also a pedophile's favorite age. It's called the movie Nine. It was back released years ago. It's not really that famous of a movie, but it's like a Tim Burton movie. I remember that being a good movie, but I have no idea what it was even about. But I don't know. I don't watch too much stuff.
I know it's hard to. So, one thing that folks would be surprised to know about you.
Oh man. God dang it. Sort of being too transparent hurts. I don't know. Oh shit. This isn't really rapid fire, is it? It's like freaking loading a musket at this point. I don't know. Oh shit. What are they going to be surprised about? Oh my gosh. Damn.
Hard question.
It's a very hard question. It's a very hard question.
I'm bilingual, so not many people know that about me, but
Nice. Nice. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. What would they be? Oh my god. I don't know. Shit. I actually am part Hispanic, I guess. I don't know.
okay. Hey, it works.
Yeah.
Favorite sports car?
Oh, a Dodge Challenger.
Nice. Biggest non-pedophile related pet peeve?
Oh. I think when people worship man instead of God.
Good answer.
Yeah, I see. I see too much of people taking what people just on the screen say at face value without looking too much into it. Like anything anybody tells you, that you just watch, you should always question, including when I say too. I mean, if I say we got this pedophile arrested, I mean, look into it and see if I'm telling the truth or not.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I just see a lot of people just trusting whatever a guy on a TV says, and I think that's a dangerous path we're going down.
Favorite state you visited for their beauty?
Oh, Washington State, easily.
Last question. If you could be any animal, what would it be?
Be any animal, what would it be?
Yes.
Well, technically humans are mammals, so a human, but my number two would be... God dang. What animal just has the most comfortable life? I don't know. Shit, probably a... Oh my gosh. Well, I guess I already am kind of a catfish, right? I lied. So I'm probably a catfish. Fuck it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great. Alex, thank you so much for your time, and I really appreciate this. And that concludes this interview. I want to personally thank Alex for his time, especially with his very busy schedule. I also personally invite you to visit the Predator Poachers social media. I will be putting the links in the description below. Unfortunately, YouTube has demonetized many channels and stifled growth on their platform. Predator Poachers now post their content on Rumble and Locals. I highly encourage you to consider joining Locals in an effort to continue support for this team. For just $7 a month, you can view catches early and even watch live as the team moves about the country. I joined Locals when it was first created, and I have no intent to ever waver my support. I believe this team plays a vital role in our community and society. Their work contributes to keeping everyone's children safe. Thanks, Alex and the team, for all the work that you do. And if you like this video, please hit that subscribe button and click that bell. Please like and comment as well so this video gets out to others. This movement is important, and the more people know about it, it will only encourage its future success. Until next time, Viking Press Media. Fried pickles, anyone?